Hello and welcome to Cursed Content Club. As always, I am your host, Chris Wolfhart, and with me as always are Dan and Bob, video games from GigaBoots.com.
This show is pretty cursed.
What?
And Dr. Aggro from Dr. Aggro.
What?
See, it's like cursed, but Chris is the host.
Oh, no.
No, I don't get it.
Okay.
But today, we're watching Remember Me for reasons I can't remember.
Yeah. I don't know. Just been meaning to get to this one, but I keep forgetting about it.
Huh.
You'd think that would be something you'd never forget.
I would think that, yes, actually.
But yeah, Dan just had really strong feelings about this coming-of-age romantic film directed by Alan Coulter and starring
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson.
I loved him in The Batman, so I needed to see
That's
other
true.
non-Twilight films that feature him.
Honestly, that's why I remember this movie. This was 2 years after Twilight 1.
Uh-huh.
It was like, bro, you don't get to be in movies. You made Twilight.
Right? It's like if Daniel Radcliffe appeared in another movie during Harry Potter being filmed. It's like, I'm in this too. And we're like, no, get back in the box.
Man, I'm so glad that Robert Pattinson escaped Twilight and now gets to be Batman.
Yeah. It's a feel-good story.
It really is. It really
Man,
is.
we were fucking teenagers or the equivalent when Twilight came out. Nobody hated that movie more than Robert Pattinson.
It's true. And Robert Pattinson is really obviously like a gloomy, stoic guy to begin with, so it must have hurt a lot to be like, I'm playing the worst version of myself. and then he got to go be Batman, which is like the positive version of that.
He's the positive worst version of himself. Cool.
Moody, solitary asshole. Exemplary, complimentary instead of
Billionaire.
derogatory. Does anybody have anything to say about this movie beyond us talking about Robert Pattinson?
I'm braced. It's a 2010 romantic movie starring the guy from Twilight. I'm sure everything in it is going to be healthy and above board.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I guess I don't really have any expectations at all. I really don't know what's in this.
Yeah, other than knowing that like Robert Pattinson's in here and getting to see his acting from that era and how that was, I don't know what to expect.
I highly doubt the Riddler shows up, but I'm still gonna hope for it deep down that Paul Dano's in this film and gets upset. God, he'd be like even younger than Pattinson. I don't know how old he would be at this point, like 23 at oldest.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, he would be 26.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Maybe he'll be in this movie and fix the settings on somebody's TV in it.
Maybe he'll just be in a diner and freaking out as the cops grab him. We don't know. Anything is possible in the realm of Remember Me. We should go watch the movie. But if you, listener, want to watch with us, you can head over to patreon.com/gbpodcast and pick up our Remember Me commentary track so you can watch along. That's it. I've shilled enough.
That's it. Hit the music, Danny.
Okay.
And we're back. Remember Me is a terrible romantic drama where every character is unlikable, there's multiple abusive fathers, and you kind of want every character in it to die. Unfortunately, the only character that does is Robert Pattinson, the main character, who dies in 9/11. So Dan, what did you think of Remember Me?
I could not imagine the rest of the film that resides around this one concluding thought that was, wouldn't it be fucked up if... was going to be so awful, so staffed fully with nothing but unlikable assholes, so meandering in its focus and ceaseless in its drama and baggage that everyone has. This is, quite frankly, one of the worst pretentious 2010-ish dramas I've ever watched, and I've watched the comedy, Tim Heidecker's movie. Not a recommendation to go watch that, by the way. I'm just saying I've done it. I'm going to go ahead and give this film a -4. It really is just knocking it out of the park for. No, there's no, just no.
Bob.
Yeah, I was surprised that the cast had a good number of famous actors. And I think that Robert Pattinson acting was way better than I expected. I thought we'd be dealing with something like Hayden Christensen in Jumper. But other than that, it's really got nothing going for it. There's a few standout moments, but oh man, this is not a movie I would recommend ever watching. So I'm gonna give it a -3. I feel like to get down to -4 for me, it needs something truly offensive. Well, okay, it does that. Yeah, even more vile. Oh man, yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, see if it might have
does that.
Yes.
It might have hit harder before that guy accidentally made 9/11 funny by asking why Turning Red didn't deal with 9/11.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, -4. Yeah, that's bolting this ending onto this movie really doesn't do any favors.
I need to talk to the writer. I need to find the writer and be like, did you write the end first?
Or is this some script that was just was stapled onto?
Yeah, I need to know if it's was this supposed to be a shock thing because you didn't feel confident in the movie and you wanted something for people to talk about? Or were you so far up your own ass, you're like, what if this guy was just living his life and he died in 9/11?
Yeah, I assume that's the direction this sort of thing comes from because
Yeah.
there's not enough direction to the rest of it that lends to me imagining how someone writes that.
This film is a distillation of oblivious, insulated, rich white people being completely unable to contextualize any event outside of how it emotionally affected them that day. -4.
Thanks, I didn't have to call on you. I'm giving this a -5. I really despised every character in this movie. I didn't find any of their interactions charming or funny. I really just found the movie exhausting. And then at the end, when they do the offensive twist ending, it wasn't even funny. In my head, it was Robert Pattinson looking out the window. It's like, what's that sound? And he looks out the window and there's the plane.
Yeah, I thought we didn't get a CG plane. They dropped the
and
ball.
I think that's really messed up.
We got the worst CG buildings I've ever seen in a movie.
Right. These were the least believable buildings I've ever seen in a movie. That was trying to go for an architecture and style we have well analyzed, that we have plenty of video and photography of. They're not sci-fi buildings.
No.
They're just normal buildings and they look
They're
terrible.
fucking rectangles. You could have made them fucking miniature.
Look, we had to spend the budget on paying Robert Pattinson 2 years after the first Twilight movie came out.
And Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
And Chris Cooper.
Yeah.
Eh.
I mean, also, yes.
We need to get to our segments. Best character, aggro.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
my God.
Allie's mother.
Oh, really?
She is delightful the entire time she's on screen, and then she swiftly exits the film.
That is true. She leaves the film pretty quickly.
Yeah, maybe too fast in a way that makes almost no sense.
To anyone who didn't watch the movie, they're like, what is this commentary about?
See, she distressed me because I'm pretty sure her actress is the shoplifting housewife in Breaking Bad. That's all I could think for every moment she was on screen. Dan, who's the best character?
Oh no. Robert Pattinson's younger sister.
Darn it!
Yeah, she's delightful.
She's an inoffensive child. That's pretty good in this fucking movie.
Yeah, she's
Right.
not a bad child actor. Her character is the least hateable in the film.
Mm-hmm.
Knocking it out of the park in this film that I could say those two things about you. That's it. I'm done. Good night.
Bob.
Windows log off sound.
I'm gonna say Robert Pattinson's mom. She seemed fine every time that she was on screen.
Yeah,
Respectable choice.
just desperate, but
Yeah.
not like a bad person, unlike most people.
Yeah, she doesn't. I don't take Duke Nukem radioactive waste damage standing near her
Right.
or while she's on screen.
God, I guess I gotta go.
Yeah, fucking good luck.
I'm gonna give it to Chris Cooper, because sometimes you just need a piece of shit cop in your thing. Sometimes you need a guy who just breaks into somebody's home, chokes them a little bit until he gets disgusted with himself and stops and says, "Get a deadbolt," and leaves. It's actually your fault I broke in and assaulted you.
You made me do this.
Right? Like, fucking, that was insane.
Characters like that have an appeal. It's a shame they didn't utilize him properly in this movie. He wasn't awful enough to like push around into, I gotta see what this motherfucker does next. He's crazy.
Right. Yeah, that would have involved more things happening in the film.
Mm-hmm.
But as there is light, so must there be darkness. We have to go to worst character. A category I feel will be a little easier.
Just a little.
Throw
Dan.
a rock.
Roommate.
Yeah, obviously.
Roommate sucks.
He's terrible.
Everyone was talking about how he feels like everyone was saying webcomic character. My brain's like background character in undergrads. He's just some weird fusion of some aughts evil arcane energy distilled into one guy. He's possibly 2 or 3 different shitty characters that have fused like Voltron to make the shitty roommate. He gets high and eats the cake you bake for your girlfriend. He drinks a lot and gets others to drink with him because he's sad and lonely. He talks about how there's a party downstairs and there are plenty of uggos, which is what he would say if he was talking now, right? In 2001, I don't think they... Anyway, but there's so much alcohol, so it doesn't matter. Fuck this guy.
That's fair. Aggro.
Yeah, it's a tough call, but I'm honestly think I'm going to have to go with Mugger number 2, who decides to rob a woman standing on a subway platform as the train is arriving, gets on the train, the door closes, and then the door opens again, and then he shoots her. Like, you could not be worse at mugging someone and still get away with the purse.
That's true.
There are a lot of really terrible people in this movie. That guy is incomprehensible.
I think he just wanted to kill someone. Like, I don't think there was anything else.
There's easier ways, man. Become a cop. Oh shit, I have to go next. Fuck. Pierce Brosnan. Like, he's not so much a character as the faint whiff of an archetype that has been in every movie since the dawn of time. He's the dad who cares more about his business than his family. Oh, he didn't go to the little girl's art show. There's strife because of that.
Yeah, and then he doesn't even put on a jetpack and fly around in a funny sequence at the end of the movie.
The fuck are you referencing?
Jingle
You're referencing
All
Jingle
the
All the
Way.
Way.
Oh my god.
That's a much better movie than that.
Yes, of
it
course.
is.
It's a fucking masterpiece.
Man, remember when everybody inexplicably thought that movie was just the worst movie ever made for reasons I've never understood?
I don't know. Maybe it was shown on TV too much. Sometimes that happens. I don't know.
Bob, who's the worst character?
Bob, you need to find the tallest straw. And he's looking at 10,000 straws
like-
that look identical.
The girlfriend, Allie.
Yeah.
I just think that she's. I didn't like performance at any point in the movie.
Yeah, I don't either.
Like it,
She's
just
vapid
really,
and empty.
yeah, and like
Her acting seems wooden and unbelievable.
right, like way more than anyone else in the movie. Like I at least wish Arp has, since I'm getting a actually surprisingly decent acting out of him.
You get the real idea. He's a fucking weird and jaded asshole.
Yes, like he sucks, but at least that's interesting. She's got nothing. So yeah.
Yeah, and there's also like not even just down to her performance. There's like I know nothing about her interests.
Other than she has dessert first because she's weird.
That was bizarre. Like it came from an entirely different movie.
Yeah, that one was right out of the playbook. Someone just like, we need a dinner conversation and I don't want to write it. Go to the drawer.
Yeah.
Guess we have to do scenes now. Oh boy.
A gray mirage.
Bob, we're doubling up.
Yes.
What's the best scene?
Okay. I have to give it this scene where they do the stunning reveal of the chalkboard that shows it's 9/11.
Jesus Christ. That literally sucker punched me. And I knew it was coming. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't know that shot was in it. They moved that camera across the room and it's like they punched the audience.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is way too direct. Good Lord. What are you doing?
That was... And this was after 6 minutes of listening to the piano talk like a devastating fated event is about to occur while nothing's happening.
Right?
Yeah.
God, that moment.
I assume this movie was marketed as having that moment.
No.
Oh.
No, they didn't say shit.
That was the Shyamalan.
Oh
You
my
got
God.
Shyamalan.
They were like, come watch this Robert Pattinson movie.
Definitely won't be hit by a plane.
What a weird thing to say in your trailer. Okay, I'll show up.
It was very funny. Oh, fuck, I have to go. Oh, God. I'm going to give it to the scene where Chris Cooper has broken into Robert Pattinson's apartment and is choking him. Because you really think like, okay, he's got Robert Pattinson beat. He can't do shit. He's strangling him. How's this gonna resolve? It's just Chris Cooper being like, you're not worth a murder charge. Get a deadbolt, and then storming out. I thought that was pretty good, and it was the closest anything came to happening in the entire movie.
Yeah, it was the one Dixie cup they set up at the beginning of the movie, and it finally fell over in that scene, and then the movie went, well, it already fell over, so...
Go home.
Yeah, right. Home. And then we got to start that arc that took 6 minutes.
Aggro.
I don't know what movie you guys were watching, but when Robert Pattinson went apeshit on that elementary school class.
Yeah, that was
amazing.
great.
I mean, like, just fucking scared straight. Are you listening now to an 11-year-old girl? I thought he was going to kill one of them. It was amazing.
It was really good.
Dan.
All the actual best scenes have now been taken. The best scene in this movie, thus, that is remaining, is when they pull the mask off and go, this girl's not like the others. She eats dessert first. And my heart sank as I go, oh no, this movie has no ideas, does it?
Honestly, if the whole movie was that hackish, it'd probably be better.
Well, yeah, it would also be a romantic comedy, and even those
That's
try
true.
harder on their female love interest than this does.
God, this was like, we're not a romantic comedy. We're a romantic drama. What's the difference? We didn't write anything in ours.
Well, there's suicide and a murder and all sorts of sadness and 9/11. It's like, okay, you got anything to say about any of those? What did it suck? God damn it.
I wasn't sure if 9/11 sucked.
Right?
Thank you, movie. Fuck.
We definitely didn't have 20 years about that.
No. God, no. I need to spend more time ruminating.
Like, the thing of it is, we didn't in fiction. Like, you didn't do this kind of thing. Like, this was still deep in the sacrosanct memorialization age,
Right.
And this movie came out in that very insular, completely self-absorbed idiot writing a screenplay about rich people having emotional problems way. Went, I deserve this.
Yeah.
My script deserves this. I'm going to get away with it because I've written such a powerful film that the only ending worthy of this screenplay is an equally powerful moment in American history.
Equally.
Gross.
Equally.
Well, with that, we got to go to worst scene. I'll start. The worst scene is the reveal that it's on 9/11 and he's in the tower because they don't show the plane. They just have him look out the window and have a horrible VFX shot and it cuts to black. In fact, I'm gonna have to actually ask for something unreasonable this time for accursed content that we don't normally do. Dan, I'm going to need you to put that VFX shot in the video. Like, I need you to just give people an idea of how bad we're talking here.
Okay.
Bob!
Oh man, the worst scene is got to be when Robert Pattinson picks up the girl. It's so bad. It's like the most painfully awkward
but they're having
conversation could
fun.
have.
Oh, you don't
They're
mean
having
literally.
Fun.
No,
Because he did that in a different scene. He
Oh,
literally
yeah,
picked her up
I
and
thought
went to
you
the
were-
shower and made out.
oh no, not that. When he was like, hitting on her
Yeah.
because his friend goaded him to doing it,
Uh-huh.
and he went along with that.
Because he wanted to get revenge for the guy throwing him in the drunk tank overnight.
Even though his dad came and bailed him out and wasn't any real problem for him. Because he's rich, so there aren't real problems.
Yeah.
There's one real problem.
Yeah.
9/11. Dan.
Oh, oh man. What is the height of that arc?
When they don't show the plane crash.
No. But in a sense, that is after Officer Dad, Detective Dad leaves Robert Pattinson's house and they have the argument. And we seal this moment of, oh, she's now finding out in this rushed dialogue that needs to happen this second and no later that this is why they started dating. And she is upset instantly. And now she will just be upset at Robert Pattinson for a given amount of time. And then Aggro just goes, it will be 6 minutes, as though he was ordaining us with 15 commandments. That was messed up.
It's pretty messed up.
It was pretty messed up.
It's worth listening to the commentary just for that moment, honestly.
It really is.
It's true. I was fucking floors like, exactly 6 minutes. How the fuck did he do that? Aggro, you have to finish this off.
So you remember how they do the reveal that it's 9/11 and then they cut to black and you think, oh, the movie's over. And then the movie turns back on and we do a bunch of kind of slow-mo shots of people experiencing 9/11.
Uh-huh.
And that's the emotional end of the film. And then they do the narration about all the dumb hipster bullshit Pattinson was saying throughout the film and a Gandhi quote and
his scumbag roommate tattooed Robert Pattinson's name on his bicep.
like I've never in my life seriously wanted someone to be deported for being really, really bad at being an American.
Are you saying that the people who made this should be classified as being an enemy of the state?
No, it wasn't antagonistic. They thought they were doing a good thing.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, obliviousness and incompetence becomes evil.
That's it. That's all our fucking segments. Does anybody have anything else possible to say about this fucking movie?
When I came into this, I had no idea that the material of the rest of the film was that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I would be, you know how like, oh, I ran out of holes on my belt. I need to drill a new hole so I can make it tighter. This was that for really bad 2010s drama films I've seen. I am floored.
Yeah, I honestly didn't know much of anything about this. I thought it was going to be way more of a almost romantic comedy up until the moment.
That was my impression as well.
That it would be like a stark difference
Because that would
instead
provide a contrast.
right.
And if they did that, if it was like a breezy romantic comedy and then 9/11 happened, it would have been, oh, wow, you sick son of a bitch. I can't believe you did that.
Right.
And not, wow, you're a dumb bastard.
You pretentious dumb bastard. I can't believe you did that. Yeah, I didn't know what I was signing us up for.
Man, Robert Pattinson climbed out of a fucking crater to still be around. Good on him.
Yeah. It's okay. He has a lot of money. Nothing can stop him now. Except, oh no! Paul Dano. That's, what did you think I was?
I also thought Paul Dano.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You didn't watch the Batman? The executive producers for this GigaBoots video are Esme, Ely Broyles, Spaceman Spiff, Red Blaze 27, Brendan O'Sullivan, A Reminder for Symphony of War, Cooper Tank, Very Best Plot, Iconic Bane, and Rado. Thank you very much to our executive producers. And also these guys. If you want to become an executive producer or normal patron, head on over to patreon.com/gigaboots today.